as you guys may know, on November the 1st, 42 million Americans will be impacted if the administration does not administer SNAP benefits. This is going to have more of an impact than you know, even if you are not a recipient of SNAP benefits. I wanted to use my platform to speak to this because not only am I creative, I am a humanitarian at heart. I cannot imagine the effects that is going to have on people, more importantly kids. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I have an extreme soft spot for kids. If you understand how vital it is for kids to have proper meals and nutrition for just developmental purposes as well as learning purposes, then you'll understand why I'm taking this time to speak to this. I also wanted to say that there are millions and millions of working Americans that receive SNAP benefits because their job just does not provide enough income. And so I wanted to dispel the myth that people who receive governmental assistance are people who are lazy and just don't want to put the work in to change their life. That is so far from the truth. I know that I have a huge platform of extremely compassionate bombshells. We are a community of extremely talented, successful, and kind women. I just wanted to take this time and do a call to action. If there is anyone out there and you know of resources, food pantries, food banks, any type of food distribution centers in your area, I would just ask that you please enter that information or put that information in the chat. Please put your city and state. That way we can work as a community and provide resources. If you are someone in need, I would just ask that you go through the comments and see if there is anything in your city. If you are someone who is in a position to donate your time or donate your money or even just resources, I would ask that you take this time to do that as well. The blessing in this is that we do have over 17,000 bombshells, mostly women. And what I know for a fact is that when you are in community with women, you are automatically winning. I will appreciate any support that you guys can give in the comment section. Oh, this is heavy. But anyway, girls, I'm not gonna hold you, but thank you guys so much for watching, and on to the vlog. Can I be honest? I have literally hit a creative slump. That is why I am so happy to announce today's sponsor. Apple is an AI app. It actually helps you see how you're gonna look in certain types of clothing. In addition to that, you can even create an image of yourself dancing. You guys know that I have definitely had my dancing challenges. Let me go ahead and do a live demonstration so you guys can enjoy the app as much as I have been. So step number one, you're gonna hit Create Portrait Model. You are then going to click to upload image. You're going to hit select. Once you hit select, select the picture of your choice. Once you've selected your picture, you're going to then hit done. You want to get creative on this part. So the first thing you want to do is name your model. At the very top, congratulations, your model is ready. At the very bottom of the screen, you want to select Ultra 4K. Once you select Ultra 4K, I'm going to specifically focus on clothing. First option that I selected was vacation. Once you select your image, I'm going to hit generate. Now keep in mind, guys, the more you hit generate, the more options you will receive. So the last step, guys, I want to show you how you can bring an image to life. So basically what we're going to be doing is transferring someone else's dance moves onto our image. All you're going to do is go to the home page of the app and you're going to select where it says video. Once you select video, you're going to hit the option that says re-video. You can scroll to any dance image that you would like. And from there, I'm going to select one of the images that I've already uploaded into the app. And now I'm going to hit generate. Once my image was generated, I added a little bit of music to it. So if you are interested in downloading the app and receiving an additional 15% off, I'm going to leave all of the details below, guys. You can actually use my code Rochelle15 to receive 15% off of any subscription that you select. Once again, I would like to thank Apple for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and on to the vlog. I want to start off by saying thank you very much to the anonymous bombshell, or whoever you are, who sent me a $200 Asos gift card. So I was so surprised the Asos gift card came to my email address, because I have this funny little thing in my comment section. It's basically a statement, and in the statement I'm saying, like, you know, if you would like to collaborate or for business inquiries only, please email me here, or if you would like to send an Asos gift card. So I think someone took that joke very seriously and they sent me an Asos gift card. So guys, we have a haul. I'm always open and receptive to receiving Asos gift cards. I'm not begging or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, if you ever want to send the kids something that's going to put a smile on my face, Asos always does the trick. All right, but anyway, I don't want to ramble too much. So this first piece is this vest. Now, where is the tags and stuff, girl? So basically, it is a open back right here. It ties in the back. This part goes around your neck. You see the button detail here, the high collar here, and then it's closed in the front. The fabric does appear to be like a polyester blend along with some type of rayon. It has a little bit of a linen feel. These are the pants that goes with that. I got these pants in a size 8 because I was not sure how they were gonna fit, and sometimes it's just best that you go up as opposed to going down. The pleats are across your waistline, so that's typically very flattering. They have a nice thick long hem on them, so if you are a taller girly, you could probably release the hem to get a little bit more length. But I don't like the fact that it's like, look at, oh no, that's not a snag. But I'm like, girl, Asos, girl, where is the tags? Where are the tags, Asos? Come on now, like, I don't like that. This is a taupe jumpsuit. This is too cute. This is a bandeau top jumpsuit. It does have the ruching on the middle as well as on the side, which typically makes it very flattering. It also has a overlay, which this does overlay on top of the pants. It does connect at the waist. The pants seem to be very structured. This does look really, really long. It is more than likely tall girl friendly. All of these items were final sale, which is perfectly fine. Okay, so this next item, oh, this is so big. Oh, so this is a really thick fabric. I did get this in a size small. These things look like they run a little bit big. This is a really cute silk. If you got a really cute set, I'm getting too excited. I'm not finishing my words. So if you guys have ever had like a really thick, high quality athleisure fabric, or like what they deem as scuba fabric, that's what this feels like. This is also a really cute outfit for the workplace. So the top has a little bit of a asymmetric feel because you have the point here in the front as well as in the back. I like it because it's not, oh, that's a medium. I swore I thought I ordered this in a small, but whatever. Yeah, I can just tell that this is gonna run a little bit big, but that's okay. If you're really into like elevated casuals, like when you run out and do errands and stuff, that it's really good for that. Okay, let's get into this really cute top. So guys, this is a satin top. It does have an asymmetrical field as well as the wrap on the side. So this piece kind of hangs over to the side, and then you can tie it. And so it just kind of drapes on your body. This top was $7. And then I have the pants. These pants are in a size 6. I wish that I would have been able to get them in a size 8, but the size 8 was sold out. So these are the pants. Okay, yeah, so this is a size 6. I was worried that these were not gonna be big enough, because when it comes to like lightweight fabrics and stuff like this, I'm not gonna lie, I like my stuff to fit just a little bit looser, because if you have satins and stuff like that, if you're not wearing the proper undergarments, it's not gonna be very flattering. So I always try to be mindful of that. Also, girls, This does not have any additional space at the bottom to let out. I'm gonna try this on. I don't know if this is tall girl friendly or not, but we'll find out. So this next outfit I thought was super freaking cute. These pants were, I think, $14, and they are so freaking heavy. And girl, these are a size 6. Okay, so these run a little bit big. This is a faux leather. It is very heavy. It is also, it feels like it's lined a little bit. In addition to that, it does have the drawstring waistline here. They have a little bit of a smell, so just be aware of that. And then I have the top that goes with this. No, the pants were $21 and the top was, I think, $14 with an additional 20% off. This is the top, so freaking cute. Now, I also was debating on what size to get. So on the top, I did go with a size 8, and that's because the head bombshell is a little bit booby. My boobs have a mind of their own, and sometimes, you know, I have days where my boobs are really big, and I have days where they're just a normal size. I think today we're having a normal boob day. It looks like, I mean, they look pretty normal today. But anyway, so I did go up a size on the top. Now, I'm not necessarily a fan of the black buttons on the top, but girls, if you decide to purchase this or something similar, you can purchase button covers. I ain't gonna lie, girl, sometimes, girl, these boobs be, ooh, okay, oh, not me being right. Oh, girl, now what if I would have got a size 6? But you know what? If I would have gotten a size 6, I'm also realizing that it would have still been okay, because this fabric may be the type that kind of stretches as you wear it. Yeah, it's a little bit big, but you rather your things fit a little bit bigger than smaller, because if it's big, you can always go get it taken in. But if it's too small, it's really nothing you can do. So yeah, but I do like how just it kind of just lays and skims you a little bit. I freaking love that. And then with the pants, girls, we're gonna be looking so cutie. I can't wait. So I think this is gonna conclude the haul for today. But I think what I would like to do is maybe just try this stuff on. I gotta try it on anyway. I'm gonna be honest, even if I try it on and it don't fit right, hey, what we gonna do? We can't send it back. But anyway, I am so pleased with all of my purchases. Girls, can y'all believe we got this stuff for $97? Everything was $97. I just want to send a very special thank you to the Bombshell who thought enough of me and, you know, use your hard-earned money and sent me $200, a $200 gift card. That meant so much to me. But anyway, girls, I think I'm gonna try this stuff on real quick and just kind of see how it fits, and then I'll give you guys a call back. So listen, in the last vlog, I did a sponsorship for a intimate product for the girls, and YouTube initially limited the monetization on that video because they said that it was not advertiser friendly. Of course, I did the dispute, and after many hours of that video being up, they went ahead and put the full monetization on there. I'm telling you guys this so you will know how to handle these situations. Anytime that you do a product that could be deemed as controversial, or a sponsorship that could be deemed as controversial, or that could be deemed as a little bit spicy, such as, we'll just say gummies, CBD, intimate products, you know, things like that. What I would encourage you girls to do is to have an additional clause put in the contract. You can write the clause in for yourself, and this can be negotiated. And basically the clause will simply say, in the event that this video does not gain monetization per YouTube community rights, then you will compensate me for that. I'll be compensated for that. You can write that clause in, and you can do an estimated, you can give them an estimated dollar amount of what you anticipate that video will make. And that's going to be strictly contingent off of your CPM and your RPM. And so I should have written that clause into the contract, because I did not make any money off of that video. And that's okay. I mean, I made money, but not like I'm used to. So I should have written that in the clause. Another thing that I've started doing is foregoing my purgatory rights. And I know for the girls out there who've done this for a long time, y'all probably clutching y'all pearls, but that's okay. Right now, the economy sucks, you know, and I had to do what I had to do. But yes, I did forego my purgatory rights. I do still, purgatory, by the way, is when they can use your content on multiple platforms and not necessarily have to pay you. And so what I've been trying to do is negotiate deals at a higher rate to include that. I can't say that I've been successful, but what I have been doing that has been successful is asking for 50% of the money up front. And I've also written in an additional clause about the payment terms, and basically saying that we've agreed on this term that the payment would be made on this particular day. However, if you forego that, or if the payment is not made within that amount of time, you will pay me an additional 10% of the agreed upon financial terms every day until the payment is made. So for example, if you agree to do a 2-minute video, a 2-minute sponsorship, and you get paid $1,000 for a 2-minute sponsorship, you can write in there in the contract that if they don't pay you on the date that you guys agreed to be paid on, they have to pay you 10% of that $1,000. The fine is 10% a day until the payment terms are met. And so that means that you'll get an additional $100 until it's met. And so say, for example, it does take them 3 additional days to make the payment. Well, then that's $1,300 right there. So because you get $1,000 for the initial sponsorship, as well as $100 a day, because the $100 is 10% of the original term. And so I had to start doing that as well, because these companies, they're now dragging their feet and paying you. I don't know if their reserves are low and they waiting for somebody to pay you, so they waiting on somebody to pay them so they can pay you. But whatever the case is, as a business owner, as a content creator, and as a responsible adult, you have your own financial obligations that you have to meet. And so what's happening is, when they don't pay you on time, you're not able to pay your creditors and debts and all of that stuff on time. And so it's kind of making you go into the red. And so you need to be compensated for that, especially if you having to pay rob Peter to pay Paul, or you're having to, pull money out of this account to cover this. And y'all know the financial double dutch. I know y'all know, because everybody's going through it. And if you're not going through it, you've been through it. And if you ain't been through it, you getting ready to go through it. You hear me? But anyway, so I just wanted to give that advice. I hope I'm not kind of running through this too fast, and I hope that you guys are kind of getting what I'm saying. But I think that sometimes we get into these positions where we start signing the terms and conditions of these contracts. We're so excited to get the sponsorships, but we forget the fact that we are partnering with. It's not, we are partners. It's not like you have the bigger say and I have the bigger say. You have the budget and the product, and I have the wherewithal, the education, and the talent to be able to bring awareness to your product. So we work with each other, we partner. And so in that, I'm never going to allow a company to send me a contract and then I not put my opinion in, or put clauses in that's going to benefit me, because a lot of times these contracts are not mutually beneficial. There is no mutual benefit for the both of you. Typically, the contracts lean heavily in favor of the sponsor as opposed to the talent or the coordinator. Oh, I'm talking about coordinator. I'm sorry, girl. I'm thinking about work. But anyway, the influencer or the content creator. And so you definitely have to start, advocating for yourself, and so that's what I've been doing. Like, I've been doing a lot of that. I guess you call it contract mitigation, whatever you want to call it. I've been doing a lot of that this week or whatever, because the deals have been coming in. I'm happy that the deals are coming in, but I'm just learning a lot about how these companies work, because one company, they put in a contract for me that if I did not meet the deliverables by the deadline, that I could be penalized as far as the pay is concerned. So I'm like, okay, baby, right back at you. Run me my money, and if you don't, you need to pay this. So yeah, I just felt that I should give you guys that little snippet of information. Y'all, I had some corn, rice, and chicken for dinner, and it was so good. And so I decided, like, I just wanted to veg out on the couch. I put my hair in this little bun, and it's been a long day. I went downstairs to get the package for the clothes or whatever, and that was before I called y'all. But I went down there and I had got a cup of coffee. So it was this guy at the coffee machine, and he was a decent looking guy, but girl, when he started talking, why he sounded like Mickey Mouse. His voice was so high. He was like, hello, how are you? And I was like, that voice did not look like it was supposed to come out of that body. So, you know, I was friendly and stuff or whatever. So long story short, come to find out, this guy is a doctor. There are a lot of medical professionals that live over here, but he's a doctor, and he was getting ready to study for something or whatever. So he is a neurologist. And he asked me for my number, but I just said no, because he was not my type. And then he was like, do you live alone? And I'm like, Mickey Mouse, baby, worry about your house, okay? Don't be. And so I was joking with him, but I was serious. I was just like, now, is that a question you're supposed to ask a lady? And then he was just like, I'm sorry. So he apologized. So I could tell, like, he was kind of a younger guy. He wasn't young, but he was kind of a younger guy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, dude, you're not supposed to be asking women if they live alone. That's like, just don't ask those types of questions, because whether I live alone or not, that's not gonna benefit you. Because one thing is not gonna happen. One thing's for certain and two things for sure, baby. You not finna be in here. You not finna be in here with, you know what, I was finna go on the deep end, but I'm not. All I'm gonna say is this: you not finna be sitting up in my house, eating up my food, sucking up my AC, drinking down, sucking down shrimps and dark liquor. You not. That's not gonna be happening. I mean, I don't know. He might not do stuff like that, but I'm never gonna find out because he's not coming over here. But yeah, girl. So that's about it for right now. I thought I had something else to tell y'all. Oh, I did, girl. So let me give you an update on the car. So the part that we need is the valve body, right? So the valve body was delivered to the shop. However, when the valve body was delivered, it was delivered by FedEx, girl. Why the thing was broken when he got it? So he called me yesterday. He explained everything to me. And so he sent me the money back, and so I'm gonna hold on to it. But the problem is the valve body is on back order, and so it's a part that comes. It's an OEM part, or yeah, OEM. I think that's it, or OEM or OEM, whatever it is. It's basically the original part. And so it comes through Infinity, but their only choice is to use FedEx. And so he had it expedited. And unfortunately, when he had it expedited, they just kind of threw it. Y'all know how FedEx be rough with your stuff or whatever. So they just threw it and it was broke. As far as the interview went really, really well. I'm trying to see, I'm waiting on the feedback to see if we get to go to the next round. In fact, there's about 3 different processes with this job. And so I'm just asking God for his favor and hoping that, you know, something does land. The other interview, we didn't have that interview. I haven't heard anything back yet. I'm assuming because there was some type of outage on Monday, it just threw their week off. So the other interview is with a automation company. So in the event that I get that job, I will be back in automation and critical power and all of that type of stuff. So back into my nerd era. And so, you know, another opportunity opened up that I'm going to look into when I hang up with you guys. But I just wanted to give y'all an update or whatever. But yeah, I'm tired just a little bit, but we gotta keep working, girls. It's just like, you know, we gotta keep working, keep moving. And yeah, so anyway, I'm not gonna talk y'all head off, but I am gonna go ahead and get started and you know, get prepared to apply for this other position that someone was telling me about. And then I might give you girls a call back later tonight. Hey girls. Okay, y'all, so I am over here playing a game of Uber Roulette. And if you know what Uber Roulette is, put it in the comment section. But basically, it's when them Uber fares keep going up and down and up and down, and you just keep taking a chance, hoping that they'll go down. But anyway, girl, normally the rates this time of day for me to go to the store is like $3, maybe almost $4. Girl, they $8. And so anyway, I assume that it's because it's gorgeous outside today. A lot of people moving about the city. We just had some bad weather yesterday, so now everybody want to be outside. Yeah, so that's what we have going on. I need to go to the grocery store. The second half of the Asos order did come in, so when we get back from the grocery store, I am going to try the stuff on. I just feel like when I watch content and I watch my favorite girls, I love a good try on haul. I'm gonna be honest. And so I'm like, well, if I like I was going to say Asos haul, but if I like a good try on haul, I know the bombshells probably like it as well. But anyway, okay, update on the job. I did not get passed on to the next phase of the interview. Yes, I was disappointed, how and ever. I kind of had my reservations initially when I applied, and that is because based off of my research that I did, just looking at their Instagram page and just the product that they're pushing, I do feel that they're looking for a very specific type of fit, if you will. They're looking for someone who's going to fit a certain demographic. So this particular position is for someone who is going to be a social media coordinator, social media manager, if you will. However, the product that the company is wanting to grow and build out is for teen drivers. Okay, so for teen drivers, and I would think like if your target audience is 16, we'll just say to about 22. You probably want someone who can be more relatable to that demographic, because the person that gets the job is going to have to be comfortable both in front and behind the camera. So they're going to have to get on camera and do content every now and again. And despite the fact that I present well, I'm very well spoken, I'm articulate, I'm polished. Some would even say that I sound like a news anchor, okay? However, I get that you need someone who is going to be relatable and who's going to help you grow out and build business and bring business in, because you have to be a certain age, or they want someone within a certain age. And so I get it. So yeah, girls, upward and onward. But let me say this. Upon my return to Instagram, now I haven't made a full return to Instagram, but I did go on there and I got a message from one of you fabulous bombshells. And so basically, she was encouraging me to apply for a position, and I just let her know. And I'm about to say a word that I typically don't ever say. So I let her know that I was intimidated. And the reason why I was intimidated to even apply for the position is because I'm starting to realize that these companies are looking for something very, very, very specific. And you kind of have to read between the lines, and sometimes it's more evident than other times, right? So this particular position, despite the fact that I've done coaching and, certain things or whatever, I just was like, gosh, it just seems like they want something very specific. However, she did convince me to apply, and I did. So we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, girls, I have not ever faced this amount of rejection, and I'm not used to it. I'm not used to being rejected, girls. I'm used to getting what I want, especially in the corporate space. And so it just feels a little bit weird. I'll be honest and transparent and just say, like, it kind of has the head bombshell feeling like a little, I don't know, not skittish, but I'm feeling like a little bit, like I'm getting tired of applying, and I'm getting like, I'm not scared, but I'm over it in a sense, like, because I'm just like, I don't want to be rejected anymore. It doesn't feel good. I'm used to acing the interview and going on to the next step and getting job offers. Oh, so we're living in a different time. But what I don't want to do is act like I'm not grateful, because what I can say is, like, yeah, things may not be going so awesome as far as us rejoining the corporate world, but when I tell you God has shown up and shown out on these sponsorships, y'all, I'm getting sponsorships from so many different companies, and I feel very grateful and very blessed. And I just pray that He will keep the momentum going, and that, I'll land where I'm supposed to land. And I get the whole saying, like, what God has for you is for you, and I get that. And so I am grateful. I don't want to make it seem like I'm not grateful. It's just like sometimes when you are going, you think you're about to go in one direction, God will switch that thing up, because my whole goal and intention was to get stable income. Because for me, although like I've landed some good sponsorships and they pay nice, it's not consistent. And so one month you can have, baby, you can clean up, you can make a lot of money, and then the next month you might not do as well. And so it's just one of those things where you, if you're used to stability, you know, you're gonna want to be stable. And then also, just because of, you know, the tangerine drama queen, I don't know what this, you know, whole economy is going to turn into, and I would rather put myself in a position where I can have something stable. And of course, we continue to you know, build the Bombshell brand or whatever. But yeah, girls, I just had to say that. And hopefully we'll figure something out. I'm just starting, I feel like, I don't know, I'm starting to feel lost and discouraged. That's the word. Yes, discouraged. That was the word I was looking for. It just starts to feel discouraging. You know what I'm saying? When you looking and you're interviewing and you're used to kind of getting your way and things aren't going your way, it just don't feel good. And so yeah, I'm starting to get a little discouraged, and oh my gosh. And so, but all I can do is just keep going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just needed to give you guys an update. Let's go ahead and see what Uber is talking about. Hold on, let me spin the wheel. Hold on. Okay, yeah, let's go with this one. It went down a little bit. But you know what? This be the thing. You be like, okay, it went down a little bit. Let me go ahead on and go with it. And then something, and you be like, well, girl, if you wait about 5 more minutes, it might go down even more. Okay, let me say this real quick before I finish my grocery shopping. Baby, you got one time to embarrass me down to the grocery store. Girl, it is a couple literally on the chip aisle as I speak, arguing, girl. He's talking about, come here, baby. You got one. Oh, look, I guess they didn't settle their little argument. The C was over, it was over some Lay's, barbecue Lay's and some cheese puffs. And I guess the cheese puff won. But listen, you got one time to embarrass me. I'm sorry. One time. You embarrass me one time in public, it's fucking over with. Especially over some damn potato chips, girl. But anyway, okay. I'ma call y'all back if anything else eventful happens. Let's get into this Asos haul. Okay, so y'all, this top is so cute. So basically it ties on the side. You kind of wear it off your shoulder. You can do some adjustments. If you want to do it this way, you can. Super cute. It's sophisticated. The pants are really cute. They are kind of long. Let me come all the way back. So these are kind of long. These are tall girl friendly, and if you want to take the hem out to give you a little bit more length, you can. This top was $13.50. The pants were $18, and there was an additional 25% off. I love the fabric. It is really thick and stretchy. As far as the color, it is a gorgeous deep plum. This fabric is more of like a brushed type of fabric. Also, if you wanted to, you know, just kind of pull it in at the waist, kind of cinch it a little bit if you wanted to. This is a size small. This does run a little bit big, so if you wanted to get this, you could size down if you wanted to, or you can size down. But yeah, this is super cute, and this is one of the looks from the second phase of the order that came in. This is the next outfit. So this top was $8.64, but I did get additional 20% off. The skirt was, I think, $10 and some change. I don't know, girl, like $10.50, and again, 20% off. So guys, this skirt is a faux leather. It is so soft. It has a very light lining on the inside. If you see any lines or anything, guys, that's my shapewear. But this skirt is super cute. It does have a split up the back. I'm not crazy about splits up the back because y'all know I love to wear some nice garments that suck me in. With this, you can still wear shapewear. You just have to make sure that it's going to kind of hit you at the knee area, so when you walk, you'll just see skin and you won't see, you know, any type of undergarments or anything like that. This top is so gorgeous. I cannot believe that this top was only like $8 something, girl. I'm gonna be honest, I have a pair of burgundy boots. I would probably rock it with some burgundy boots. This is definitely okay if you want to wear this when it gets a little bit cool outside. Because of the fabric, I wouldn't wear this in Houston weather right now, because to me this is just way too warm. But as you can see, the fabric is slinky, and then of course it does, you know, match with the texture of the skirt. So I like the sheen on the shirt, and then the shine on the skirt is so cute. I feel so sophisticated with this on. But anyway, girls, let's see. So this outfit was well under $20. This is a super cute satin jumpsuit. Guys, this is a size 8, and I'm gonna be very honest, I wish that a 10 would have been available, because I could have had it, you know, take it in a little bit. But it does fit, you know, it's fitting the curves or whatever. So if this is still available and you are interested in this, I would suggest that you go up a size and then have it altered a little bit down. Another thing is that I noticed they put a lot of room in the waist. I love how it fits on the boobs. I love that. But this does have an additional 1-inch seam, so if you wanted to release the seam, you can. However, guys, this is a very fragile fabric. I'm going to suggest that you take it to your local seamstress or the dry cleaner. I would not encourage that you do it on your own, simply because the fabric is just it's just too delicate. I pulled this kimono out of the closet, honey, and I was like, this would be such a super sophisticated dinner look. Girl, if you're going to dinner down to one of these Houston steakhouses, girl, this is a look. And the reason why I say that is because, guys, here in Houston, these steakhouses are very, very conservative. So I may not even be able to get away with something like this. My boobs are not even out, but they're very conservative. So if you wanted to still look fly and sophisticated, I just love this. And then the kimono is long enough and it fits, you know, it flows all the way down. And so I love the fact that you just get that sexy silhouette in the front, and then you're a little bit more conservative in the back. Y'all, this is really, I'm gonna be honest, this is like a really sexy, sophisticated first date look. You know what I'm saying? You meet a distinguished gentleman, honey, and he wants to take you to one of these nice, sophisticated spots here in Houston, a nice dinner, a glass of cognac, and perhaps a speakeasy afterwards. And this would be such a sophisticated look. And then, you know, y'all could do one of these jazz lounges or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting carried away. If you're trying to walk in that thing looking like, you're trying to look like the polyester pimp, you can walk in there like this, girl. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to put the kimono on. You can just wear it like this. Y'all, I love this. I'm not gonna even much lie. I freaking love this. Girls, y'all have got to start shopping at Asos. Like, seriously. I'm so blessed. And oh, by the way, I didn't say this early in the vlog, but whoever sent the gift card, can you please email me? Can you email me or put it in the comment section, whoever you are that sent the $200 gift card? Can you please let me know, because I am so grateful. But anyway, I just love this. Okay, I'm sorry, girls. Let me try the next look on. So this is the last outfit I'm going to try on because everything else was kind of too big. So anyway, y'all, this is my favorite, girls. This is a gorgeous faux leather two-piece from Kai collection, and it is so cute. The pants were $21 with an additional 20% off, and the top was $15, again, additional 20% off. This is so thick. It is lined, as you guys can see, and then it has an additional lining right here, and the pants are lined as well. Super cute. I love the pockets, guys. I did get this in a size small. If you wanted to fit a little bit baggy, you can size up, guys. It is thick, so you're gonna have to wait for the weather to change to wear this unless it's already cool where you are. I would definitely rock this with like a really cute trench, even a leather trench, caramel color over the shoulders, a nice bag, a structured bag. Also, guys, I'm gonna take the buttons and purchase button covers because I don't like the black buttons on here. But if you do, that's okay. I just kind of want a little bit more of a glamorous look, so I'll do some button covers here. As far as the length, you can wear these with heels. Let me see. There is no room to release the hem, okay? So if you want your pants to fit a little bit longer, you definitely need to size up. It does have the drawstring, but I just tucked my drawstring in. It does have pockets as well. I love the fact that the pockets lay completely flat. That's always like super impressive. We love that. So yeah, girls, this is going to conclude our fabulous Asos haul. I actually showed everything, but I didn't try everything on, guys. I purchased everything for $163. So we still have, I'll just say $40 left on the gift card. And guys, we have another $25 gift card from Shirley Hunt. Miss Fabulous Shirley Hunt sent us that gift card a long time ago. So technically we got $65 left in gift cards. So I'm gonna wait until maybe a Black Friday sale to see if we can use the rest of it. If not, we'll just save it for another time. So if you have any intentions on purchasing anything, I'm gonna try to link everything in the description box below. So yes, girls, thank you guys so much for watching, and on to the vlog. Girl, y'all, I feel like I'm having like an allergic reaction to this darn oil sheen. So the last few days, my shoulder and my back have been kind of bothering me or whatever, like itching, and I didn't know what it was. I was like, I knew that I had been using different products and stuff on the wig, but I didn't know what it was, girl. So today I realized that it is the darn oil sheen. So I have been using Cantu oil sheen, so I've just been kind of going over my shoulders and stuff with this alcohol. Oh my goodness, girl, with the way that this stuff is over here chewing me up, oh my god. Okay, this side is not as bad, and that's because my shoulder hasn't really been exposed as much on this side. But baby, when I tell you, I feel like I done laid in a pile of cotton ball ants. I got burgundy dye all over my back from them clothes. Girls, so y'all just be careful with that stuff. I probably need to just, I was gonna say like just invest in a light oil, but I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just not gonna use the ISO Plus anymore. I think what I'll start doing is just like kind of wetting the hair a little bit, making it damp, and then just diffusing it or whatever. That way it'll still have the shine and all of that kind of stuff. I haven't told y'all a funny story in a long time. So one time I had met this guy, whatever, and y'all, I liked him. I liked him a lot. Oh my goodness, he was so fine. Oh my gosh, y'all, he was so fine, and he was like really smart, kind of nerdy and stuff, but he was fine. But anyway, so he was in a y'all, he was in a fraternity or whatever, and so you know he wanted me to go to Founders Day with him, and so I was like, okay. So he invited me to Founders Day, and he was a Kappa, and so we went to Founders Day, and it was like at this club or whatever, girl. So you know when they go to Founders Day, all of they you know frat brothers and stuff be there. So girl, they be like, y'all know how they be like, you know, doing a little strolling in a line or whatever. Now this guy, he was fine, and he was okay looking, but he was real fine. But he wasn't like the best dressed guy, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't, his fashion sense wasn't up to par, and I wasn't I liked him, but I wasn't invested enough to come in and put the Rochelle, bombshell, shamalama, ding dong on his style. Like, I had learned my lesson from a previous relationship, and so I was just like, shit, my boy, if you want to be out here looking like the Fonz from Happy Days, that's on you. Because like, he used to wear these shirts, and the shirts would already be short sleeve, but girl, he would take and he would roll the sleeves up. He would roll the sleeves up, girl, looking like the damn Fonz. The only thing he was missing was, y'all remember way back in the day when they used to roll their sleeves up and have a pack of cigarettes in there like that. That's the only thing he was missing. So anyway, he was like, he would wear a short sleeve shirt, roll the sleeves up, and then he would have on like some dad jeans, and then he would have on like some 9-later gators. You know what I'm saying? Like some dressy shoes or whatever. You can call them 9-later gators, or you can call them roach stumpers, whatever you want to call them. They was just some hard bottom shoes. And so I think he was able to kind of get away with that because he was real fine or whatever. But anyway, I digress. Girl, y'all, why was I so embarrassed? First of all, he didn't have on any of the Kappa paraphernalia. He just had on that shirt with them goddamn sleeves rolled all up. He was, they was going down the line doing they little shimmy or whatever. Girl, why he was doing it all fast, girl. Them shoulders was shaking faster than a damn earthquake, girl. Them shoulders was shaking. Girl, them shoulders was shaking faster than MC Hammer feet. Remember how MC Hammer feet used to be like, and them feet used to be moving like 1,000 miles an hour. Girl, them shoulders, and I'm like, so he was the only one with them. Girl, them shoulders just, and I'm like, that shimmy, I was smoother than him. I'm like, nigga, let me step in. If I would have stepped in, like, I would have been way smoother than him. You know what I'm saying? Look at my shoulders. Look how smooth. Look. Wait a minute. What song they be dancing off of? Hold on. I'm sorry. I got off track. Okay. So anyway, girl, after that fool did his little dance or whatever, he ran to his homeboy and he was like, how I do? And he was like, yeah, you did good. And I was just like, Lord, please tell me I'm not dating Radio of the Kappas. Y'all know Radio, the movie Radio with Cuba Gooding Jr.?
She don't know what she doing. This bitch just giving it out. What the hell? Girl that wham in a circle. Even if it look make a chunk like a hurdle. Girl that wham in a circle.
I had never seen a Kappa stroll like that and be so just not even coordinated. So anyway, okay, let me get back on track. Once I observed him dancing or strolling and them shoulders was shaking or whatever, I had come to realize a couple of things about this guy. I started to realize that he did not grow up around other black people, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Another thing that I realized was like, he still, even though, he went to an all-black university, he still never quite came into his rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was the nerd recruit, which is okay because y'all know I'm okay with the nerds. But more importantly, what I realized is that he made the line or whatever because he came from black wealth. You know what? The only reason why he crossed over is because he came from wealth. Because he came from wealth. Because there was no other way to explain it. But anyway, okay, I digress. I've been digressing a lot. All I'm saying is, after that date, I didn't want to go on any more dates. I don't know. I just got the ick. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just not what I was expecting. I was expecting so much more. And, I was turned off after that. And I'm going to be honest. After that night, I never looked back. He was fine. He was very fine. And he was a smart guy. But I never looked back. So the moral of the story is black wealth can get you almost anything. Okay? That's the moral of the story. Or is the moral of the story that we as women get the ick really, really fast? Like, think about how quick we get the ick. Oh, it rhyme bars. But anyway, so I was just like, I wondered, it made me wonder, like, do men get turned off as easy as we do? Like, how could you allow somebody strolling and their shoulders shaking too fast turn you off? But I had just never seen the dance done like that. I don't know, girls. I was just turned off. I didn't like it after that. I was just like, this ain't it, baby.